Okay, looks like we're live, so welcome back. Today I'm going to be continuing to work on Kano, which is my text editor. Alright, so let's see what we've got so far. So last time, we made it, so we can take a line like this, go somewhere in the middle of it, go into insert mode, press enter, and it will split it onto the next line. So I was testing around with it a little bit, and I think there is still sometimes some issues. Like there, it actually deleted the K. I don't know why. Hopefully we'll be able to figure that out today. First of all, though, I want to get the ability to delete a line, because we can't really do that right now. There's also that, I'll get to that. When we do backspace, at the beginning of a line, I want it to delete that line and put us up there. So we do go up there, but the line actually stays. And if we go to the beginning of a line, I want to be able to delete it, and then it actually goes back here as well, and like appends it to the end of the previous line, just like in a regular text editor. So I'm going to start first by just making it delete the line, and then we can get the rest later. So it's gonna work similar to that. After we do this as well, then I'll go through and try to fix some of the bugs that we have. So it's gonna be very similar to creating a new line, except we're just gonna shift it the other way essentially. So this is gonna be shift rows. We're shifting it. It's really shifting it rightward. Shift rows right. So I'm going to need to change that as well. But we want to shift it left. So we also just need to delete it for now. So let's go to backspace. And then if... we actually already... So yeah, we handle this here. Remove it. What we need to do as well is set that line. Just basically remove it. So we want to move all the other ones up. And then... I'm going to move all the other lines up. So we want to shift rows left. Left, so that's the other way. It's going to be very similar to that. Shift rows left. I don't know what we're going to pass yet. And then, we obviously want to move here. So maybe we should shift it first. We want to shift it first. I don't know if we want to. And then we want to move all this up, but we're not going to do that yet. So we want to shift the rows, and we want to... Is that it? Go back there and shift the rows. And then, yeah, that should be pretty much good. And then we just need the row size to go back down, but we can do that in this function. So let's see. I'm just going to copy this right function for now. And then can modify it. So, let's see. Shift rows left. So I think we're going to need pretty much just these same things. So let's go to shift rows left. And yeah, we'll pass in the buffer as well as the... Do we want the row index? We want buffer.row index +1 because we minus it here. So I might need to fiddle around. It might be off by 1 a little bit, but basically this is the start. I'm also going to open up here so that I can run it on the side. Okay, so let me try that. So let me try to implement this. So it's basically going to be going the other way. Whoops. Let me try that again. Okay, so we want to start, this time we want to start from the index. And we want to, while I is less than buff.row size, I plus plus. Okay, buff rows, I equals I minus 1. So that's not quite right. We want buff rows I plus 1 equals I. Or maybe we want to set... Actually, hang on. I need to think about it. We want to set the current one equal to the next one. Is that right? Yeah. And then that doesn't modify the next one, so then we can go to the next one. And that'll be fine, actually. So yeah, that should work, more or less. And then this one actually set it at buff.row size. And we actually want to minus the row size here. So we want to set it to that, and we don't want any of this. Yeah, we don't need the new. We basically just want to do row size minus, and that's it. So we can set it to a 0 initialized row. Maybe we don't want to quite do that. We want to set the row size to 0, or the size equals 0. Equals 0, like that, and then minus. So that once we append it back later, it will not reset some things. Because the index and all that is still going to be the same. So I think that should be pretty good. It's something like that. So let me build that and see what errors we have. Buff row size, yeah. Where is that? Right here. Okay. In there as well. Okay. And let's see. Let me build that again. Okay. It needs to be a pointer as well here. So I don't think it's going to work first try, but I want to sort of see what happens. Okay, so let me run this, do something there, skip one, and now if I delete it, then it did move it back. So I think it might have worked actually. Let me insert another line right up here, and then a few more down here. Type some stuff in there. Delete that. Okay. Okay, and if I do this, it's gonna just delete that line entirely, I think. Yeah. So we don't want that to happen. If we have content in there, then we want to append it. Really, even if there is content. If there isn't content, we can still append it because that means there's just nothing. We want to append it to the preceding line. So yeah, I need to figure out how to do that exactly. It's pretty similar to the other way that the enter, because we append it to the next line. Okay. Yeah, and then we have most of like what you need for a text editor. Obviously, there's still some more things to add, obviously, but pretty much the basics are in there. Yeah, because these are the most important things. So, let's see. So this is pretty much working, but we need to check. So we should probably make like an outer function. So this can be shift stir right, which I should probably rename that because that's not quite right. But then instead of shift rows, we'll have shift stir left, and it will be basically be the wrapper function. Shift rows left. No, shift stir left. Yeah, so it'll take all this same stuff, probably. Do we need all that? We don't really. We just need the buffer and basically just everything that we need for that one, I believe. Yeah, something like this. And we can add more as we realize that we need. This will be just index. Okay, index, yeah, and then we need to, so we do call that. So, and in here, we're going to call that function, an index. And before we do that, we want to append to the previous line. So at that index that we pass, we want to set, want to append that. So we need like append stir, which actually, yeah, just append stir, and we want the buff rows index dot content. We want to append, maybe we could even make an append rows function, where we automatically increase the size. Yeah, so instead of just, yeah, that might be helpful because we might use that in other places as well. Okay, yeah, so we want that one, and then buff rows index +1. But we want -1. Probably want -1. And also we need to detect if we're on the first one, and then we cannot execute this, like the first line, because it's not going to do anything. Yeah, so I think we want -1 instead. And to append it to -1. So let me think. So the index is where we're at on the line. We want to take everything on that line at the index and append it to this one. So yeah, that should be good. So which one goes first though? So yeah, this is, I think the dest should go first, the destination. And this is what we're going to append. So I think that makes sense. So I'll put it right here for now. Append rows. Yeah, we don't really return any error codes or anything like that yet. We will though. We will. So we don't want a buffer. We want a row, and maybe we even want a pointer to it. Since we're modifying it, so this can be A and row B. So I need to make these pointers. Okay. So what we want to do is iterate. No, I is less than. I actually want to start it at a.size. A size. I want to go to a size plus b size. I plus plus. And we just want to set that. So how can we sort of do that? Actually, we can start at 0 and go just to b size. And then that can be used as the index in the B string. And then the A string, the index can be I plus A size. Something like that. So A dot contents that equals B dot contents I. It's actually not dot, it's arrow. Okay, something like that. And then we need to just set a size equals plus equals b size. It wouldn't be a modal editor. Modal editor. I read the README but couldn't find too much information. Yeah, it is actually, that is the plan. Right now we have two modes. We have insert mode and build mode. Sorry, I need to read out the README. It's still very early development, so I want to kind of get it going and usable before I worry too much about that stuff. But yeah, it is modal. It's gonna be pretty similar to Vim. Yeah. Yeah, here I can show it right now. So yeah, we have normal mode, just like how Vim is, and that's for like navigation, and then you press I and you enter insert mode. Yeah, and I'll write documentation on how it all works and all that stuff. Once it is more usable. Yeah. So we navigate like this. Yeah. Yes. So it is modal. Okay, so we need to add that. And then is there anything else that we need to change? We don't need to really change the index because this row actually gets deleted. So yeah, so that should be fine. That's basically what we want. Append rows. So that's A. Is there a plan for plugins? Yes, I do plan on adding those. Once it is more mature, of course. But yeah, I would like to make it pretty extensive. Yeah. Okay. And I'm not sure, like, the structure of that yet, how I want that to work exactly. I still need to think about that more. Like, the plugin system. Okay. Pen rows. And that's pretty much what we need to do. So, let me see if that compiles. Ooh, yeah, we don't want to pass dot contents. We want to pass just the row itself. Okay, and then it actually compiles. Let's see what happens. So, if I go here. Let's see, I don't think it worked. Yeah, it did not work at all. Maybe I'm forgetting something. Yeah. Is the idea integrated language like Lua or something like Wasm? I think DWM-like patches could work, but they would be very horrible experience for the end user. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what Wasm, like, how would that be used? I'm not very familiar with Wasm, so I don't know exactly. But yeah, so I was thinking the DWM thing just because I feel like that'd be easier to sort of have support for, but it wouldn't, yeah, it wouldn't be super great. Yeah, or there's something like Lua. I'm thinking it's probably going to be either DWM like patches or something more similar to Vim script, where it's like a custom language rather than using an existing one like Lua. Hey, Alavaz, how are you doing? Yeah. But it might also use like an existing scripting language, something like that. I'm not sure exactly. It is pretty early. Whoops. Okay. So let me see what is wrong here. This A size, that might be wrong. It might need to be that -1. Maybe not though. Lua is best because it interops with C. You can call C code from Lua. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I'll need to look into it more, obviously, before I do. Yeah, so that, so maybe the index isn't right, actually. Wasn't gonna need a runtime, but it would probably be a 10x the size of the whole codebase, but it allows developers to create plugins in any language that compiles to Wasm. Oh, okay. That's what you mean by Wasm. Alright, okay, I see. Yeah, yeah. That could be interesting. I do also have another project that I'm working on. It's sort of like paused right now because I haven't been working on it, but I do plan to get back to it, where it is a virtual machine. Similar to, it's kind of like Wasm, in the sense that it's a virtual machine, and that could also be interesting. If I made like, I could even make that compile to Wasm. Yeah, like build a compiler for that, and then that could be sort of the supported language, just so then it's something that's actually mine. But then, or it could just be Wasm, and that could be one of the language you could build with it. I don't know. That is actually an interesting idea. I will look into that. In Go, Shopify made a very simple Lua and Go library. I did not know Shopify did anything with Go. That's pretty cool. Helix Editor, visit the idea of Wasm plugins, and there's an issue on it. There was a lot of reasons against Wasm. Okay, let me actually, that is kind of interesting. Let me look at that. Helix Editor Wasm. I want to see if I can find this. Because that could be a very interesting read. Kind of slow right now. Plugin system. Yeah, one of these. Yeah. So, right. Find over binary. Yeah, I'll probably read through some of these because that would be very helpful for people who know what they're doing. Because I don't really know much about this. Yeah, it is very interesting. So I'll definitely read through these things. Oops. This is probably something similar. Yeah, I'll read through those in the future. The discussion one, yeah, okay. Got my Windows apps working through bottles. You mean it works on Windows? Is that what you mean by that? So I think I missed something up here. It's not some size. Contents I. Let's see. Index -1. So that index is gonna be 1. Index every pass. Let me make sure. So when we call shift stir left, we pass index +1. You wanna pass the index. So let me see what that looks like. That might actually mess up the whole thing. Site fault. Yeah, okay. So let's see, I might need to let's see. Yeah, because we use index -1. That's but that should be 1. It's 1 but easier and runs in a container so it's faster. Ooh. That's pretty cool. Like a Docker kind of container type thing. I don't know a lot about that kind of stuff, so but is that what you need? So the index here, that's the next one. So we need this to be -1 and this to be -2, but I feel like that would be pretty unsafe to do -2. Actually, would it be that? Shift rows left. Okay, I need to think about this. Maybe I should try to output this. And yeah, just the index. And then I can see what we're getting. Well, actually, I can easily figure out what we're getting. So if I actually run this, I go here. So this is 1. So we would get, that'd be 0. Would be the one that we're passing here. And next 0. And then this one is the current one. And that is actually right. So that's what we want from that. But then we do delete that line. And that actually site fault. Did I not put that back? I did. Oh, I didn't recompile it though. So that's why it's site fault. So maybe this is wrong. A size. So that's this size. We add B size to it. Maybe that's something I need to print. What if I just set it to A size plus B size? How would that affect it? Yeah, but it didn't increase the size, so this must not be pointing to the right thing. But it should be. Interesting. We also need to assert here that A size plus B size is less than max string size for now, because that is sort of a temporary constraint that we have. And I don't think it'll fail now. Didn't increase the size though. I'm doing this wrong. And I don't know about that one as well. That's A size. Okay. It's like vanilla OS that contains all apps, you can use every package. Okay. Maybe I should try to print out. I'll try to print out a couple things actually. Whoops, I completely messed that up. Print W and 10. So I want to print the string as well as the size. A size and A. I want to see what this outputs. But to do that, I'm going to need to turn off the clear here. Maybe we should have like a macro for this or something. I can just have if not, or if not defined, no clear, and if then I can just sort of pass it as a private flag or something like that, or I can just define it. Yeah. So then if I run it normal, it should. Right, I messed that up because I accidentally removed the A. There we go. Alright, so too many. Oh yeah, that is zoo. Okay, let's see. So it should still clear now. Yeah, so that's good. But then if I just go up here and define no clear, or I could pass as a compiler flag, but then I have to modify the build script. So then we have the clear. It doesn't quite look like it. Oh yeah. Okay, good. So that is good then. And we go there. That's what we print out. So we didn't move that back, but that's the string. Okay, let me try that again. Do that. Go enter. Go there. Six. Yeah. So it didn't add anything. So B size must not be right. Ooh. We set it to 0 before we call that. That might be something. Ooh, actually, I didn't even think about that. Yep. No, wait. What if I did this before? Row index. So that's the current one. Before we iterate. What does that look like? 12. Yeah, I did make it too long, but let's see. See. Yeah. So it's not because we're clearing it, but for some reason it's 0. We print out B size as well. Because that is not right. Huh. That's kind of weird, but okay. Max string size should be much more than that. Why does that fail? Now. Seem to have messed something up very bad. Hey Texan, how are you doing? Are the hashtags compile time checks? It's part of the C preprocessor. So it's basically during compile time, and then it just passes on me. So like it will define this as like a global thing. And if you can define like sizes. So size is 12, and then during compile time, anywhere you have size, it just replaces it with 12. And there's a bunch of other things like this. Just define something. So then you can check here. If it's not defined, then it will do this. But if it is defined, it'll just skip over this and basically ignore this from the final code. But yeah, it's part of the. You can read about the C preprocessor, all that stuff. You can make some very powerful things with it, but it also can get kind of annoying. Yeah, it's a macro. It's a macro. Okay, so why does this fail now? Just wait a minute. So if I do that, and yeah, it just started failing. It was not failing before though. It's kind of weird. Did I move something down here that messed it up? I know why. I know exactly why. Because I got rid of the +1 there. Okay. So yeah, we were doing something that was not right. Okay. So now, what will this do? 0. Yeah, so the size is 0. So why does it become 0? Let's see. Contents I. So when we pass it, it's 0. But that's before we shift it, when it would become 0. Because we call that after, and we don't call that anywhere else. We set the buffer size equal to the current position? Why do I do that? I should set it to current size -1. Yeah, I don't know why I was doing that exactly. Still 0 though. Let's see, content. Why is it still 0? Let's see. Current is buffer rows. Move. Yes, we move to that. Current. So that's one before. So maybe I should even pass the current row in here. I want row index. I pass current dot index plus. Let's see. I think that would pretty much have the same effect, and that's a pointer. So, because that should be the same thing, but I want to try it. Yeah. Also, I need to fix the backspace because it is deleting contents that we don't really want to remove. So if current position equals 0. Let me try that again actually, because I need to look at something. So yeah, when they're here, it is 0. 50% complete. Oh dang, 6,000. What the heck? How do you have so many? All right, 50% done. And there is like still a long time left, 16 days. Yeah, so that'll be a thing. Yeah. Why does it delete the current character? That's kind of weird. It has to do with that though. So when I enter insert mode, I need to change some sort of mode because this. Let's see. Yeah, because it sort of does this. Better start learning some React. Well, I have you. Oh dang, 2,000 more. I have used React before, so yeah, like using create React app or whatever. Yeah, so I do know some stuff about it, but I don't really remember a lot because that was a while ago. But yeah, okay. Now, yeah, so that sort of deleted the line. I don't know why. Okay, next stream can do more. Nice. Yeah, it's already at 8,000. Should make the goal higher. Yeah, I just wasn't sure how many people had. Clearly you have enough. So the next thing will be different. Will be higher, I mean. Okay. Yeah, so it's something to do with this, I think. So maybe I should just disable that entirely. But then that doesn't work with that. So I don't really. Next stream is finished. Dang. Yeah, so I'll just do it like once you finish it, the next stream. That is what I'll do. So I guess 2 streams. Continue. Okay. 83% done. All right. Bruh. Okay. Okay. How long have you been working on this project? It's been like I've done like 4 streams on it or so, I think. Yeah, so about 4 days working on it. And I've only worked on it while streaming, so I haven't done any off-camera stuff. So it's pretty new. There's not too much yet. Yeah, so that. Let's see. So current is that. Current contents is. That might be an issue. Well, because it's not going to be at 0. The thing, though, is I want it to not come up with this escape character. That only happens. So if I go into insert mode and press backspace as the first thing, then that actually happens. But if I type stuff and then do it, it's fine. So yeah, if I do something like that. So that's not. Okay. What's the unavailable video? It's probably the the stream that I have unlisted currently, that is probably what it is. Because I think it still shows up as like unavailable or whatever. So that's probably why. Or it could be something else. I can look. I can look. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. New poll. Oh, it doesn't even like give an alert or anything. Alright, I voted on that. How do I vote yes on the poll? That's the neat part. Okay, yeah, let me see this playlist really quick. I want to see what it is. So, yeah, that's what it is. It is the scheduled video. Okay, let me try to figure this out. So we're getting minus current position, setting it to that. But if the current position is 0, but it won't be, because we check that here. Okay. I've got sort of two things I need to fix right now. So first of all, I need to figure out why it actually does that. Which I kind of know why. Because the mode is not right. Like it's in the capture mode here. Right when we go into insert mode. So I need to, what do I need to do? Where does this sort of, where does that happen? So each loop, we go here. Okay. So let me think. So when we press escape, yeah, maybe we need to set it. Or when we press I in here, we need to instantly set it. So where is that? I, it's right here. Mode equals that, and then we'll set that. And then it should work. There we go. Okay, so that fixed that issue. And that actually made it work, at least partially. It didn't clear the line. But that might be because I had it cleared. So let me try that. Let me try that again. Yeah, so that was that already, you know. I can just add that. I'm gaming a lot because NixOS is awesome for gaming, really. At first I thought it said gambling, and I thought you were saying that you were addicted to gambling. Okay, did that actually work? I still move the cursor though, I don't want to move it. Let me get rid of this. Sound really felt like a Blue Yeti. What do you mean? The microphone? The Blue Yeti microphone, is that? Alright, that looks like it actually worked. It does overwrite it though. I do need to make it a pen instead of overwriting stuff. But okay, so the last one here is J, and the first one here is A. So that did actually work. Okay. And it did extend the size, and it got rid of the light. So I bumped the mic. Sorry about that. I did not mean to. I think I probably shook the desk. It's not a Blue Yeti though. It is a no-name Chinese mic. Okay, it actually works. That's pretty cool. Very excited about that. I think I just deleted one of the characters. Yeah, this makes it a lot easier to test it as well, because I can go back and forth. Oops, that's not good. Yeah, there, it just deleted a character, so I need to look at that. And why does it not? That actually has to do with the way I'm reading it, right? I believe so. Why does it look like that exactly? Okay. Yeah, the way I'm deleting it, I really just want to shift it backwards. VM8000, pretty cool Chinese no name mic. Let me look at that. I've not heard of that one. Like this one? Yeah, mine's not that fancy. I can show. Let me see if I can find it actually. VM800 and 8000 are pretty simple. Yes, here's the one that I have. Or, well, it's not the exact one, but it's a different brand. But I think it's the same thing, basically. The one that I bought exactly, they don't have it anymore. But it's the same as this one, so it's not very fancy. It's got the BM 8000 because it was prettier. Makes sense. Okay, let's see. So, I'm pretty happy with that. I think I will commit that. Got the starts of backspace, leaving, align, and appending. It's working. Push that. Push it right into the repo. Let's see. The BM799. When I hear BM, I think of virtual machine. Do you guys know what that is? What I'm talking about when I say that? Gotta be in the know to know that. Okay, so what do I have here? I can get rid of this. So that is pretty much working how I would want it to, for the most part. Virtual machine. Here, I can type it out. Virtual machine. VM. VM. Virtual. I think that's how it's spelled. Nothing to do with vowel movements, though. That's what VM can also mean. Virtual machine. Yes, just like that. You know what that is. Okay. So, let me think. So now, I could look at the bugs that I have with moving to a new line where it sometimes deletes the character, which is a pretty big issue. Or there was something else that I was going to work on. Let's see if I can remember it, because I don't remember exactly. So, it was going to be opening a file. Because right now, you can only edit, like an empty buffer. You can't open a file. It loads all the contents. No, not really going to stalk your social media. No, it's something to do with me. It is, here I can. What is this? Yeah. BM. This right here, by zoning. This is what I think of when I see BM, because that's what it's called. Okay. So, yeah, so I think I'll probably work on the bugs first, and then I will do that. So, yeah, that didn't actually delete it. But, let's try a few. ASD. Alright, that one's fine. SD, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, there. So it deleted the J, so I don't know why that happened. Thought it was something you made. Nope. Was not. Okay. So, that did not. Yeah, so I need to figure out why it does that, why it sometimes deletes it. Why can't you become one? Life goals. Okay. Da, da. Become a Chinese manufacturer. Okay, so in here, yeah, this is always a bit of a mess. I was gonna clean it off camera, but I did not do that yet. But let's see if I can figure out sort of why that happens. Maybe I will. So I want that shift row is right. I feel like I should move this down though, so that well, maybe it shouldn't be. So it's probably somewhere in here. So the size equals 0. Row size dot size equals 0. So that's where we iterate that. Actually, I don't think that's an issue. I think it's in here. So, let's see. All right. Before I do this, I'm going to take a quick break. No. Trying to open the main page, but no. 3 minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry, I bumped the microphone again when I unmuted it. Okay. Let me close that in there. Alright. So, yeah, that's what I'm working on, is figuring out this error. So, it's something to do with the size being off, I believe. The final size. Um, mm. String size minus index. Could the index be wrong? I should probably, like, add something to print this. No one voted. Okay. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been late to a timer. Because I always make sure to give myself a good amount of time to make sure I'm not late. Because that would be embarrassing. Okay. Yeah, so I think something to do with that. So I think I'll probably try to print out pretty much as much information as I can get. So print W. Print it right there. So I want the final size, the original size, and the index. So I think all of those would be helpful. Yeah, so I'll print out those for now. I need to define this so that I can actually see it. And let me try that out. So if I go there, so right now it is that. So if I go to the middle, say on J, press enter, and I actually removed it. So remove the J, and I didn't clear it. But this is actually, if I go up here, the size is right. But that actually is good. So the final size was 11. So 1, 2, 3. That's only 7 though. Why would it become 11? Made it way too large. Ooh, because it removed some of it. Why did it do that? SLKB. It's supposed to have that. So it's supposed to be. Let's see, where it's supposed to be there. So it's supposed to be. Yeah, so it's actually did get the right size, but for some reason it did not add it all. So I need to see what that is. And then prediction, because I participated. Well, I don't know how to end the prediction. Oh, I see. Oh, it is closed. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so why does it do that? Am I not allocating enough sides? That should be fine. Something is being skipped. Hang on. Is this not right? Maybe I should also go down here and print out the string, the temp. Sure. Let's see. Maybe that would be helpful as well. Let's go to like there, and that one actually worked, so that was fine. Yeah, anything clear, so it looked like that. But that one is fine as well. Whoops, and now I messed it up. That one's fine. Accidentally deleting it. Okay. S. That one worked as well. A, that one worked. That one's fine as well. Seems to all be working. Is that right? No. So that made an A for some reason? But I think it's still the right side. But maybe that removed the S, so that one did not work. Okay. Why did it remove the S? But the size is right, isn't it? So this is the final size. No, that's way off. Why is it? Alright, well, I did modify it once time, so let me try that again. Let's go to here. Yeah, that got way off. But the index is 3. So maybe it's getting set to the index somewhere. That could be an issue. Okay. So that's the size that it's supposed to be, which I think is actually right. So where was it cut off at? Yeah, so it actually was right, but it got set to the size of the index, it seems. And I don't know where that would happen. Who's banned a lot of people? I have not banned very many people. Just like spammers and stuff. Yeah, where does it get set to the index? It's somewhere that seems to be happening. But only sometimes. So, string size, will the string size get set to the index? Maybe the string size is wrong. Could that be an issue? Many of them have zero miss. Well, it must be. I haven't done it that many times though, because there hasn't been many. I don't know where to see all that stuff though. So, maybe this is wrong. That should be fine. Buff that's index. So that's shifting the rows. Maybe it gets messed up in there, or it gets set to the wrong row. In the mod view, yeah. Well, mine is different. Mine is different than the mod view. It has mostly like streaming stuff. I want to ban someone. Please only ban like spammers and stuff. People who break the rules. Which there's not very many of. Okay. Maybe it is. Let's see. So this is the one that we're no. This is the one that we're using. So it could be in there. Are we setting this one? The index. Index equals index. That's when we make a new row. So that's fine. It's hard to tell where it's happening. Temp. Maybe this is not right. Maybe I should make a size for it. So, okay. 0. And just do this instead. I don't think that would be happening, but then it will give me a better idea of sort of what's going on. Because I can actually output what it is. So, alright, that one looks like it worked that time. That one worked as well, so 8. And then it should go up to 9, okay. And 10, okay. 11. 12. Did that work though? Yeah, that was actually fun. 13, okay. 14. Seems to be working. 17. Okay, that one all worked. Hard to tell what's going on when it's not cleared, but, you know. 3, that's fine. 2. Okay, it actually got messed up there, but I think that was because I actually modified the line. So it wasn't right anyway. Yeah, so if I do something like that, and then I type here, then the line size gets messed up. Okay, that's a thing. So I need to, that can actually be a big part of the problem. Just fix it in C. Okay. How you gonna, it's gonna be hard to fix. Okay, yeah, so where I'm setting this, whenever I type a character, the size is getting set to that. So I want to set the size to current size plus plus. Like that. I think that would be good. Oh, I just can do current size plus plus. Yeah, like that. There we go. Now I do this and I type here. Get set to too much. Yeah. So if we're in the middle, I don't want to iterate. Support for cursor movement in insert mode. Yeah, maybe. Like, I might do that. It'd just be like arrow keys or whatever. I'm not too worried about that. Like, having different ways to do the same thing just yet. Yeah. Right now I want to get more important things in. But, yeah, I could do that. Because that is helpful in some situations. Okay, like in Vim, yes. Just one thing that I'm not gonna do, like I don't plan on doing it at all, is like any mouse support. Yeah, because then you sort of have to learn to just use the keyboard, so there's no mouse for anything. I mean, I might change my mind on that in the future, but for now, I think that would be good. You know, sometimes it's useful to use the mouse, but okay, so that doesn't quite work because if we're in the middle, so I guess what we can do if buffer current position is greater than or equal to current size, then we want to do that. Otherwise, we just don't do anything. So let's see. So now if I type A there, it does not iterate size, but if I type it here, it does iterate size. So that's good. Yeah, and it gets iterated each time. Okay, that is better, I think. So I think that also fixes a lot of the problems, because that might have been the cause of them, actually. Yeah, that could have been causing the problem. So it's kind of hard to tell. I'm gonna need to test it, but let me put the clear back, or remove it rather, or remove the define no clear. See what text line? I'll probably use JLast. Okay. Alright, yeah, so that is better. So, so I think I'll do more testing on that, obviously, to make sure it works, but I'm pretty sure I fixed, like, a large part of the issue. So I will probably commit that. Fixed, the issue from what, but needs further testing. Where it, will remove characters when creating a new one. Alright, I'll push that. Okay, so now, the other thing I was going to do is when you are pressing backspace, it deletes character like that. Instead, I want it to just shift the entire array leftward. So basically, it'll move it all leftward. That's basically how it works in any other text editor. If you type something out here and you delete it, then obviously it moves it all up leftward. So that makes sense to do. So I need to basically, I can probably even reuse a function that I had before. So I have shift, well, really not. So that's why this shift stir right and left, the name's not exactly right. So I'll probably have to rename those so that they're more accurate. Because I can't really use them from what I can tell. Yeah, I don't think so. So like there will be ways to clean it up and make things more reusable, which will be useful in the future. But for now, I'm just worrying about implementing the stuff, and I can see where repetition happens. So, but I need to rename these because they're not accurate. So basically, what's happening? Shift stir right, shift stir left. So the shift stir left is when you press backspace, and then it appends to the end. This is really append it to, well, this is really delete row. Delete and append row. And then this is create and cut row. So I'll rename those because those are more accurate. Like they could probably be. Alright, so this one is delete and append row. Then this one is create and cut row. Okay, so that should be good then. Because now I can use the shift stir when we're actually shifting a stir. Shifting the string. Well, really shifting a row. But this is row. So then I need a shift row. Just leftward. Shift row. So it's just a single row. So maybe I should clarify that because it's going to be a very similar shift row left. And it's going to be row because it's not just going to be on string because we have to modify the row itself. So row. And yeah, we basically need to take the row at the index. We need an index as well. Shift rows, functions, shift the entire array of rows. I'm just adding this for clarification. And then shift row functions, shift single row. Yeah, just very important to make sure there's no confusion. Okay, so shift row left. So basically, that's going to be, you're at a certain index, and you want to remove that index, essentially. So, well, would we set the index to nothing and then shift it over? So the row size minus 1. So it's going to be 1 less. And then we want to take everything and basically do the shift left that we have here, but for that. Is it that one? I think it's that one. So we want to start at the index, move everything over. Okay, move it over. Yeah, so that should be good. So we want to start at the index and go to row size. Okay, buff rows. Yeah, so we don't want rows. We want row contents. Equals row contents items. Once that should shift it, and then we decrease the size. So I think that's more or less what we need to do. So then, yeah, we can do that in here. So instead of this, we want to shift row, curve, shift row left, curve, and then add to the buffer current position. Is it current position -1? It might be -1. We don't want to set this first. Set it to nothing and then shift it, or can we just get rid of it entirely? Because it sort of gets replaced, right? So we might not need to do that. Then we'll need to decrement it, though. Let me try that. I'm not sure if that's going to be right, though, because I don't know. I think we want to do the one right for it, so I think that's why we need to decrement it like that. We don't need to set the current size then, because that gets set, and then we move the cursor. So let me try that. So if I do this, and then I delete one, okay, it looks like that actually just worked. Yeah, now I can actually delete it. So, okay, it seems to be working pretty well. The size is correct. Yeah, okay, do that and delete stuff. So, all right, it's starting to be actually a usable, somewhat, text editor. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right, I wasn't really expecting that to work with Drive, but it did. From what I can tell. I'm very happy with that. So I can get rid of all of these things. And that's so much better. That is a lot better. Okay, so I can commit that in. And it's just a very small thing. And it's extremely useful. So, fix the backspace. Deleting a character. Unusable, no ellipse. Elisp. Kind of makes me want to make the plugin support be elisp just for the memes. Not actually gonna do that, but yeah. Okay, that's pretty good. So now I think I'll probably I would crack. Maybe a different type of Lisp. You know, I've never used any of the Lisp, so I know that many people are not fans of them though. eLisp specifically though. Okay, so let's still crack. Okay. What about a functional language though? Something like a functional scripting language. Like not, you know, that could be interesting. Alright. Moving on from that. So I need to Lisp in a nutshell, yes. Brackets. Alright, so now I need to make it so you can open a file, because that is extremely important for a text editor. Then let me actually make sure everything's working, but I did not actually test that. Make sure it still saves properly and such. Alright, that looks right. Alright, get out of this. And again, make some new lines, delete the lines, like that. Okay, that looks good. I probably should test it a bit more than that, but I'm not going to. So, yeah, so now open a file. So that'll be in here. Okay. Then, so if argc is less than 2, for now, it's just going to be 2, and then it's going to print out the usage. So, usage is program, file name, and that's it. And then I will crash. Well, exit forward. Alright, so the program, that program equals argv0, and then file name equals argv1. So we need to open the file and load it into all of the row buffers, line by line. Okay. So here's the buffer. We allocate all that, and then after we allocate that, we will read file to buffer, and we will pass in the buffer. That should be all that we need for it. So I'll just make a file, thing for that, a function. Read file to buffer, and we want a buffer. A pointer to it probably is a good idea. So There we go. Okay. So what do we need to do for this? We need to read the file. We need a file name as well. That's pretty important. File equals fopen file name, and we want to open it for writing. Well, no, we want to read it. Well, we want to be able to read and write it, but we write it when we save it. So we just need to open it for reading for now, and read it all into there. Yeah, so I'll pass the file name like that. Okay, and so there's a few different ways we could do this. We could read it all into one character array, then iterate over it, and as we get the new lines, we assign it to each one of these, and then we free the buffer that we read it to. Or we could try to read it line by line. What are the functions to do that again? Does it have LSP support now? No, not quite. Getting close. Okay. So maybe I will do that. Seek file 0 seek n the length. Maybe they should return the length as well. No, we don't need the length because it's different than that. So yeah, we don't need to do that. But we do need to set it here. Equals fl file. So I think that's how you do it. File 0 seek set, and that should give a length. And then I'll just read it all into buff equals. So I'll allocate it, and then I'll free it at the end because we're reading it into the already existing buffer. Size of character times. Yeah. So that should be pretty much the whole thing there. And then we need to fread. Let me actually open fread. So pointer. Yeah. Okay. So buff is what we're reading it into. Then the size. So that is the total size, right? For size. Yeah, that many of data. So, line, 1, and the file. Okay, just like that. I think we want to use size of character type, even though it doesn't matter because it's 1, but for readability purposes. Okay. So then we can read it into the buffer, and then we'll iterate over the buffer. This might not be the most efficient way to do it, but this is how I know to do it. So, we'll iterate over the entire buffer. And then if it is, so we'll collect it, basically. Maybe we need a size key. Well, no, we can use the one built into the buffer. So we want buffer rows, buffer row index. The row index or row size that we want to use. I'm going to use row size. Plus plus. We want to iterate it each time. We want to iterate it at the end. If buffer. No, not buffer. If buff I equals a new line, then what to do? Buffer row size plus plus. And you can really just do that like this. Alright, so we'll iterate the row size. So that is when this gets iterated. But then row size not contents I, and we need to also iterate. So we don't want to use I. We want to set contents. Maybe I should make some stuff for this. Basically, buffer rows, buffer row size plus plus equals, that's kind of a long thing, but that. So that's pretty much what we want, I think. So let me think. Set the rows at the row size. That starts at 0. We set the contents of that at this index, which is going to be the size, which all starts at 0, but we iterate it each time, equal to this. And then we get to a new line. We don't want to set any of the new lines. So we want to do this and then continue. So actually, I can't just make it like this. Continue. Because we want to skip over, basically. Why did this not work? Everything that. There we go. Okay. So that'll iterate the size. Let me continue. And is there anything else we need to iterate? Let me look at the buffer, actually. Here's what we got. The buffer. So we have the row index. We don't need to worry about that because that doesn't matter to us right now. We need the row size. That's what matters. And then we need the size of the row and the contents. And the index, we do need to set the index. We need to set the index equal to that. No, the index gets set, so we don't need to do that. Does double pointer make an array? Well, basically a pointer, can you make it so, yeah, that is something that I will do, but not yet. Not yet. Yeah, I want to get the more important things done first. But I will add it to the to-do list. Something you can do if you have features that you want, just go to the GitHub thing and open an issue. As long as they're stuff that I'll actually add. Like if I'm not gonna add it, then I'll probably just close the issue. But yeah, you could do that so that I can remember in the future. And so basically, yeah. So an array, a single pointer technically can make an array. A double pointer is a pointer to a pointer, which that can be used for a two-dimensional array, or RV uses a double pointer. I think a double pointer makes a string array. Yeah, basically that's how it works. So like a character array equals that would be an array of, you could use that as an array of strings, and strings are an array already in C, because a regular one is a character array. So you could define it like A, B, C, or you could just do syntactic sugar to make it ABC like that, and that basically means the same thing. And it's a character array, and then this makes it an array of strings basically. So yeah, that is how RV works, because it's an array of arrays essentially. Okay, so I think that is good, but do we need to set the row size, or is that set when we actually set it up? Push-ups. Okay, so I have to do 10 of them, I think. Okay, yeah, I'll do that in just a second. Let me just look at this. So the rows get set up, right? Okay, I guess 20 of them. All right. Maybe we should make that more expensive because, yeah, 20. Okay, I'll go do that really quick. Okay, I just finished the 20, so I'll do 10 more. Let me just rest for a second. Okay. Yeah. Let me look at this and I'll do the next 10. Alright, I want to see if the size is right. Where do I set the buffer index? Not the buffer index, the row index. It's probably when they are being used. Yeah, I'll probably make it 2500 even. So you guys have a lot. Okay. Yeah, I want to get this working, then I'll do the next ones. Chart star. Oh, I forgot to actually add that. No, I put the wrong thing here. Whoops, and that is wrong. Alright, so I think something like that, but I think I need to set the row size. Or the index. Buffer.row index. Yeah, I don't see where I'm setting it. I don't remember exactly where. I have a dot index anywhere. Well, we only need to do dot index. Right. Okay, so we set it there. That's it. Getting the full file support. That is what I'm working on right now, yes. And I did not forget about the push-ups. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, let me try that, and then I will probably have to send it. So yeah, you have to put a file name. So let me make a out.txt. So I'll just try a very simple one. And it did actually read it. Seems to be the right size, but there is one extra row. So why it ooh. No, the one extra row is fine, because there is a new line at the end. Well, I guess it's really not. But I do want that if there is a new line at the end. Well, maybe I can do. There's always going to be one at the end, right? So maybe that's fine. Like, I don't know if that's the intended support. The intended thing. Let me try that. So, don't need to build it again, but oh, I did actually read it. They are the right lengths. Yeah, there is just one extra line. So I think I need to check here. Well, maybe I can just do length -1. Is that going to be right? Because then it will just cut off the last new line. Yeah, so that does work. I'm not sure if that's right exactly, but there we go. That's basically it. And now, read from a file. You cannot specify a file name yet, but you can type all that stuff, and then it actually modified the file. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna commit that here. Start of file support, and now provide a file to open. So I need to also save the current file name, so that when you do save, it'll just set that by default, or you can choose a specific file name. But for now, it just saves to out.txt. File to open, and it loads into the buffer. Okay, there we go. That was not too difficult, and it is very good. All right, so I will do the last 10 push-ups now. Okay, there we go. I did that. Writing the first C code, very cool. Yeah, I'm going to change that now. The channel points thing, the push-ups. There we go. Now it is changed. Okay. So actually got a good amount done. Already. Oh yeah. After you provide. I would like it to just sort of not do that. So I should probably also add a file name to the buffer so you know the default one. We'll not do that yet. Yeah, so maybe if you just don't provide one, then we just won't load it. It is greater than 1. Then we don't need to do that. We'll set this. Yeah, something like that. Then if file name is on equal null, then whoops, we'll do that. Then it should just open it to an empty buffer. Use variable pro. Oh yeah, we don't use that now. I'll just void cast it because I'm probably going to use it in the future. But for now, there we go. So it does that. Or we can provide a file name and it loads it. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about maybe saving yet because I want to get a few more things implemented. So let me think what is probably going to be the most important thing for that now. Is it going to be movement? Segmentation fault. Yeah, can't really, can you sort of say what you were doing when that happened? because it's hard to tell. I could try to write some C code. Cannot read it though. Like what were you doing? Were you typing something or what? Don't have tabs either. But tabs that. So that is important to note. Yeah. I was using a file in home. Yeah, were you typing something or what? Kano/main main.c. So we're running that. You are outside the directory though. Like that. Right? Is that what you mean? What? Oh, it doesn't create the file, actually. So that might be why you're getting an error. I should probably add that check. The file has to exist already. How do you make it? It's like R plus or something, so that you can create the file. That is probably what your issue is, actually. I forgot to think about that. I should probably check this, though. You have the file name. Oh, okay. I will add that check anyway. Alright, hang on, let me go back now. Yeah, could not open the file. Yeah, now I actually messed up this, so set. There we go. Yeah, so I need to actually close that. And win. So we should just return one from there. But yeah, I'll do that. So I'll probably make a function for this crashing. Before we exit, I want to do that. Yeah. There we go. Oh, and it did not work actually. Oh, because I didn't rebuild it, did I? There we go. Did not. Oh yeah, we don't get the message. So we need to end win before we do that. Okay. Try opening the file in there. Okay. You mean like this? Let me just. Let's see. There we go. It actually did say fall. That's kind of strange. It could be from the file path. Maybe not being able to read it properly. Well, no, because then it would actually do this. What is that about? Yeah, it doesn't print the message. No, I moved. Unless do I have to rebuild it again? Okay, I did not rebuild it. Okay. I did move it though. Oh, I could not open that file. Alright, let me do. Yeah, save fault that. So it opens the file. Where does it get? Oh, it's kind of hard to tell. I could exit it from here and actually do the end one. Let's see if it's in this function. Oh, shoot, I need to actually... What? Okay, so, well, actually that's going to happen anyway, right? No, it's not. Oh, yeah, because it crashes here. But that is before it save faults, so... Yeah. Does it get to here? No, seg faults before that. So, Oh, the cleanest code I've ever written. Well, that's good. That is very good. Could it be from this? From that? Oh, it's hard to tell. Let's see. Let me get rid of this exit here. Alright, that was kind of weird. That's segfaults though. So, yeah, well, clean code is really kind of just a buzzword, right? So it is in here though. Yeah, 139. Maybe I could do GDB. Can I pass things like this? It doesn't let me do that. How do I run it with... I could just set it, right, when I start running it. I think. Well, let me look it up. GDB command line arts. Let's see. Oh, --Rs. Okay. --Rs. Main. And then .c. Okay. Break on main. To be enabled. What? A version of GDB that's online? What does that mean? Like, how do you use that? Like, yeah, right here. What is the point? Choose language. C. Hello world. Debug. Interesting. Alright, let's see if I can... Where does this happen? Alright, so we iterate through those. I need to do next. I need to do it again. That might be too many. Okay, so we segfaulted right there. Yeah, so I need to do that one less, actually. One again. Okay. Alright, so let me do 2000 and 2000. Then we should be close. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do it just a few more. Okay, so we segfaulted right there. Why did we jump right to there? Oh shoot, actually it's because I'm using next. I need to use step, right? Alright, step. And then we actually go into there. But I don't want to do it yet. Alright, let me start that over. So I'm gonna use next up until we get to there. So maybe I want to actually just break on 148. And that did not happen. So let me exit. Let me start over. Do that again. Break on 148. Alright, sorry, I don't usually use GDB, so source file is more recent than executable. What? Okay, so we're right there. And I want to step. Okay. Dang. But I'm going to use next for that. Okay. File to buffer. fseek. Length. Alright, let me print length. Length is 0. Okay. Allocate that. fread. Alright, we iterate through this. Okay, we're right there. So print I. Print buff. Is that. Yeah, so why are we going through this over and over again? Because the length was 0. So, oh, shoot. Oh, I see. I see what the issue is. Yeah, do you see what it is? Do you see the issue here? Print length -1. That's why that happened. Because it was an empty file. Okay, I think that is what the entire issue is. Okay. No, Yeah, it was just this right here. Length minus 1. That causes an underflow. So I cannot do that. I need to just do this if, let's see, if it is that. Maybe I can just do not equal length, and that'd be better. No, same thing. So, and really I don't want to check the last one. Let's make it to, no, it's less than, because I can do it, well, I don't really want to do that. So, and I plus 1, less than that. Alright, something like that. Because we just don't want to check the last one. So I think that is where that happened. There we go. Okay, and it opened the file. So the issue was not the directory, it was actually the empty file, I believe. So if I actually push that now, it should actually work. But if I do test now, I cannot open the file. I want to get it to be able to open the file first, and then I will push it. Because it should be able to create it as well. See, create file. If not found, read it. Because it should really create it. RP class. Alright, maybe can I just do something like that? Or is it AR? I don't remember what it is. Let me see. Because I want to be able to read and write. Okay, that did that. And it did create text. Okay, so I think that works. But now if I add something to text, and then I try to do it, it does work. Okay. Didn't touch file. Yeah, that could do that. It's not super. And it is actually the right length, right? Ooh, it's one too many. Because of the new line, right? So I need to not read that new line. Wait, hang on. I think that is not right, because there was a new line in there. So I need to get this working. Let me see. I think I'm too high. Yeah, right here. One is less than length. That is basically the same as length minus 1. Because we don't continue. So, yeah, I don't want to read this one. So I really want to do this. If it is that, else. Do that. So really, I don't need that else. That's not exactly what I want. Because I have that continue. So, but I want to do that with all new lines. I want to ignore them. But if I need length minus 1 basically. I press what it says something. Okay, and then alright, that seems to work now, I believe. Okay. Yeah. I think that is good. So let me remove some of these extra files. Let's see. Yeah, that actually worked. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's right. I will commit that. Fix issue with reading the file where 1, it could not create a non-existing file, and 2, yeah, I know you can remove them at the same time. I just not used to doing that, so I don't do that. Sometimes I do. I just didn't think. Okay. And also, in 2, if the length, really I could just check if the length is 0, and then just ignore it, because we don't have to read anything. I'm not going to do that. So, if length was 0, it would underflow. Okay, push that. And now it should work. Now, hopefully you don't have that issue. Yeah, if you have it again, let me know so I can try to diagnose and fix it. But okay. So we got that fixed. So what is top priority now? So we can delete lines, insert new lines. We can remove a character from the middle of a line. Maybe I should add inserting to a middle line. We need to shift right and basically put that character there. Yeah, that should be pretty easy. Because we already have the shift left, so we just need to implement the shift right, which is going to be just the opposite of it, basically. Shift row right. And it's going to be very similar to this. But it is row. Let's see, it is. Which one? This one, right? Yeah. But instead of that, it is row contents I equals row contents I minus 1. So we go backwards for it. Yeah, we go backwards. And then we iterate the size at the end. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay. So we start there, and we go backwards, and then we iterate the size. Or, and also we don't want to use this, we want to use row size. And then we can actually iterate it first, and then we don't have to do all that stuff. Okay, we go backwards, we shift it over basically, move it over by 1, and then we have one empty character there. So if we shift it from that position, then afterward we can just set the character. So, we can do that by checking this in where we're typing stuff. We set the current row. Somewhere we're going to need to shift row right and pass in the row. So where do I shift it left? Row and then buffer dot current position, something like that. Well, I actually want to pass the current value. Okay, so where do we want to do that? We just want to do it every time. Current position. Let's see, what's the harm in that? Because if it's already that, let me try that. Because that could work. Okay, it does insert like that. It might be slower to do it like that, but yeah. So that works, it looks like. And it increases size to 1 to many there. So that's not quite good. Shoot. Somewhere we're iterating it twice, it seems. Do we iterate the size here? It could be from this, actually. We don't need to iterate size if we iterate it in there. So we might be able to just get rid of this. Because we iterate it in the shift row right function. We iterate the size. So if we do that every time, it should be fine, right? When the size is right, and we can do that, and the size is still right. You go right in the middle and insert a K, and an L, and an M. Okay, that looks good to me. Size is right. We actually got rid of this, where it just sort of factored itself out. Can't delete anything at the end of a line. Never mind, I'm done. I can't. Huh? Oh, were you not in insert mode or something? Yeah, that is probably next priority, is normal mode, like, operations, where you can, you know, jump through like this, go to the end of a line, delete a character, things like that. Yeah, but this sort of just removed itself, this check that we added. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Okay, so, yeah. Now we can insert in the middle. It doesn't seem to override anything. If line is too long, though, it's going to break it, because we do have a maximum line length. Okay. But that seems to be fine. That's pretty good. Pretty good. Let me actually commit that. A lot of commits today. Mostly small things, but that's sort of how it works. Okay, so insertion in the middle of a line now shifts the row contents over and inserts the character, as you'd expect. Okay, I'll push that, and there we go. That's pretty good. It's becoming more and more usable, and I'm very happy about that. And I'm encountering less and less seg faults, so that is good. Okay, yeah. Probably. Let's see. Something that is also important is, like, clipboard. So what I'll probably do is have it where you can copy it using the keyboard. Probably similar to Vim. Like, I don't know about if I'll have a visual mode, but it'll be something similar to that, where you select a lot. I think I'll just have it copy right into the system clipboard, by default at least. How do I write and quit? Use Control S, and it just writes and quits. For now, that's temporary. I'll add more support for it, but for now, that's just like the temporary keybind. Control and S. And it does quit by default, by doing that, so. Okay, and just to quit, you press Control Q, and it'll just exit, without saving. Just, removes the buffer. Okay, yeah, so by default, I'll probably have it, you select it, and then you press, Y or whatever, and it copies it into the clipboard. And then same with paste. And the paste, that's gonna be pretty interesting. So, I don't know, I've never really worked with a clipboard. But yeah, so basically, let me look at, there's probably something in ncurses, but there might not be. Ncurses, clipboard, I'm not sure. Copy and paste. Windows paste. Let's see. Yeah, really I just want to be able to sort of get the buffer, and then insert it line by line, because it needs to be line by line. Yeah, how can I get clipboard? I'm probably not going to implement this now, but I'm going to see. It ran, let's go. What was it, just a hello world? What are these functions from? Yeah, poggers, very pog. Let's see. Oh, Windows.h. I don't want Windows.h. Get clipboard text. This is C++, but it might be similar. So this isn't something I've worked with. So yeah, that's in Windows. I don't want Windows. Reading and writing to the clipboard. Alright, so there might be something in ncurses. I should look closer to that. So ncurses get clipboard data. Because I'm not sure. I'm not too worried about Windows support, at least right now. It's in Discord gen, not my gen. Very cool. First C code. Let's go. Let's take a look at that. Very poggers. It ran. Let's go. What is it? Oh, that's fun. Okay. So that did an interesting thing. It's probably inserting. I know what it's inserting. It's inserting a null termination character. So I need to look at that, because that's not very good. Because the C reads it very strangely. So that's what that warning is. I will look into that once I get to writing code with that. Okay. Very poggers, very poggers. Okay. Get ncurses, get a keyboard character. That's not what I wanted. Let's see. That's actually what happens when I do that. Let me look at that. Alright, let me just like copy this. Alright, and it inserted it as multiple lines. If I save that, it save it like that. That's interesting. So it kind of just worked. Writes that in the code. Yeah, I think that's the null termination, like this. Because it's all zero initialized. So I need to look into that. It must be reading one too far for one part of it. That could be it. It did still compile though, and it ran, so because it just ignored it, but obviously it's not ideal. So, but yeah, so this actually did work. The clipboard just kind of worked. I don't have like copy, but you might be able to just select it. I'm not sure how it works. I've not really used ncurses before this, but all right, let me see. So if I just like do that, and then I copy this, and then I go here, it does actually work. Okay, that is interesting. You have to be in insert mode, but okay. That's interesting. That is interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, can use that for now. I would like to implement my own kind of thing. Let's get Kano on the AUR. Yeah, that's probably a good idea to do that at some point. Once it's more useful. It is getting pretty close to being actually usable. Like, not great. You can try add macros. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, I don't really know how to use macros. Vim macros, at least. But I was thinking about that. So, like, I need to probably learn Vim macros before I can probably implement something different, a little different at least, from Vim. Because I don't want to just completely copy Vim. But probably something similar to that at least will be in it. Because I want it to be very usable as a text editor. Yeah, a lot of potential stuff. Vim macros are pretty simple. Yeah, I know they're not that complicated. I just never really learned them. Okay, very powerful too. Okay, yeah. So you can use a clipboard, I suppose. I didn't even realize that. It's not ideal because I would like a way to select it with the keyboard. But Vim plus Nano. Kind of. Okay. So trying to think what would be fairly quick to implement because I do have to go somewhat soon, but also helpful now at this point. Maybe I'll just implement some basic normal mode stuff. So like X, that's the main thing. X to delete a character. Well, it works the same as the backspace, but on the current character. So I'll probably do that. Oh shoot. I have it open here. Over here, that's why I got that. Okay, so yeah. This could be a switch statement as well, probably. Like a nested switch, okay. Switch on character. It's I. Then I just like that. We'll be switching to Kano Pog. Q followed by another key starts a macro in the follow key, and you stop it with the Q key. When it's recording a macro, it records all keystrokes, which you know with the add command followed by the character the macro is recorded into. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Not very difficult. They're not all I, though. L, K, J. I forgot H. H, L, K, J. Whoops. And then I need a default for this last part. What can I do? Case. Control, because this returns that. Or, well, it's like a macro. So I think that would still work. Grab a semicolon. Okay, we have H. H. Okay, L. Do that. Okay. I want to make sure this all works before I completely switch over to it, but it should work. This is just this. Now I should probably add a default case. It was completely wrong order. Yeah, it's not like it is kind of a weird order, but there was a reason for it. Okay, yeah, and then we have all this. So I can actually get rid of this because it's not hard to type out. I always have a default, and I'll just continue. Am I in a loop? Yeah, I think so. I think that's fine. Okay, so that doesn't work because I forgot a semicolon. Where? Oh, right here. Don't want to break before that though. Okay, so I type stuff out and I move here. I can do a few lines. I can navigate and Control S, still save it. Okay, so that actually did work. And then if I use something else that is not in there, it just doesn't do anything. Okay, that is good. So, we just continue. That's fine. What was... Yeah, so X. Let me add a case for X. I'll probably actually make this to the right order. So, yeah. J. K. I just implemented in that order because it made more sense. But, yeah, for this, that's better. HJK. Okay. So X, I want to move the current character and shift the array. So it's going to be pretty similar to using Backspace. Except we want to iterate it at a different time. So, yeah, but we don't want to do that. So we just want this secondary part. Whoops. As long as the current position is greater than 0. I'll probably select this whole thing. But I want to get X and Y. Do I even use those? Why do I get them here? I don't think I use them anymore, so I don't think it matters. Because I don't see where I use them, so I might be able to get rid of that. But it's going to be similar to that. Just not equal to 0. And then get rid of all that. Alright, so if we're not at the beginning, then it's fine. Okay, but no, if we are at the beginning, yeah, we just don't want to, we don't want to decrement the current position. We want to leave the current position as it is. Yeah, so we don't want to do that. But do we, yeah, and we don't want -1 either. So, really, do we need to check at all? I don't think so. Oh shoot, oops, did not need to do that. Well, actually, we might need to check. So, if it is, let's see, if it's equal to 0, it's still fine. But if the row size is, yeah, so if current size greater than 0, because if it's 0, then we can't do anything. So, I did not need that. There we go. Okay, shift row left. Yeah, so I think that is what we want. So if it's not 0, then we can delete a character from it. So if I do this and then I press X, that seemed to work. The size is right. I text again and it removes it. And then if I go here, it still works. And we go all the way back to there. And now it doesn't do that. And if I get rid of that check, then I think this out. I think it's gonna save off or something. Yeah, it does save off. So that check is very important. Okay, we kind of like move it backwards where it cannot be, but otherwise I can press it many times I want. That is something I use a lot. Is X, and I really wanted to implement that. And let me make sure it works. So add colon. There we go. Okay, did indeed work. So that's pretty good. Okay. So should I implement deleting a line? Forgot the right quick key again. It's just Control S, like the save in any editor. That will write and quit. Because I'm not sure. Like, I think I want, instead of using Vim, how typically you'll do something like quit, or you would use Shift ZZ. I think I want it to be Control plus something else, like how a regular one is. Didn't update. Did not get the latest one. Let's see, I could probably even push that. We need X to remove a character in the window. Okay, that was actually a lot more insertion than I thought. Did I implement something else? I don't remember. Okay, yeah, once it gets more established as well, I'll start working not in the master branch or the main branch or whatever, and like have like a dev branch and stuff, and make sure I don't push breaking changes, things like that. Also write tests, things like that. But not yet though, because it's still too early for that. But that did work. That worked. Wait a minute. Yeah, so we don't want to decrement the current position, but the row size gets decremented in the function. We need auto update. I don't know. Like, that can be handled by the package manager, right? Once I, put in the AUR and stuff, like, then you can just update it when you update your system. You know? Because that's not something I want to work with. Like, downloading the files and then replacing them and stuff like that. Yeah, once it's working more, I will do that. Yeah, I'll probably do delete a line now. I'll just use probably DD. Well, maybe even just D. Because I don't have, like, anything else in that, so temporarily it could be D. And it might be even something different. Like, I don't necessarily want to copy all of the Vim keybinds, but just to get it going. Yeah, I'll have D, and it will delete an entire row, just entirely. So, how do I want to do that? I want to do something similar to this, but I just want to shift the array. So I want to set the current row equal to nothing, basically. And then shift the array. So I get a current. So the current size equal to 0. The current index stays the same. And everything else, but the size becomes 0. Okay. And then I want to shift rows left, I think. What do I want to pass here? Let's see, where do I... Actually, it's not... Yeah, no, it is called shift rows left. What do I need for that? Buffer and index. Okay, so I need to pass the buffer, a pointer to it, and the current index. Buffer. Oops, and then current index. Okay. But I think that's pretty much it. So that should, well, I don't clear the contents of this. Should I do that? Like iterate it through it first and clear the buffer, just like zero it? I might have to do that. Okay, redefinition of cur. Yes, so these need like their own scope. There we go. Just the ones that declare variables though. This one does though, so probably do that here as well. Okay, now it does compile. And yeah, if I do this, and then let me make a new it deleted it. We didn't move the cursor though, so we need to move the cursor. So we move here. No, backspace. Oh, but we move. Where do we move? Move Y and X. So we need to decrement the row index. Well, we really want to keep it the same. We open Vim and just hit something like that and delete it. It just stays on the same one. If I go here, it deletes it. So yeah, if it's the last one, it deletes it, but otherwise it stays on the same one. So I want to set it. Okay. Yeah. Control S is right click. Yeah, for now, it will change. It's not gonna be exactly that because I don't necessarily like using that exactly, but that's just a placeholder. I should probably write a README with like the current keybinds and things like that. I'll do that. Probably after I finish implementing this, and then I'll probably have to end this stream. So just like some simple documentation, so it is clear on how to use it and sort of what the goal is. Yeah, so we need to move it if it's the last one. So if we do decrement size there. So if current index equals buffer size, buffer row index dot row index, then we want to set the buffer.row index. No, we want to use row size. Is that the buffer.row index equals minus. Okay, something like that. Buff is unclear because it is buffer. Alright, now if I do this, go to a new one, delete it. Whoops, I did it twice. That was a seg fault, that's obviously a problem. I did not move it up. So that did not work. So do I need to do -1? The row size here would be 2. And then the index is going to be 1. So I need to be -1. Delete, and it still didn't work. So what's the issue here? I should probably print those out, because it's hard to tell what they are. Well, actually, I do have the row index, exactly. So it's at 1 right now. So really, I want the row index. That's what I want to check. Still did not work. Buffer.row index would be 1. Buffer.row size, -1. And the row size, is it 2? It should be 2. And then it should get reset here. Row index equals buffer.row size -1. Let me print. Buffer.row size. I want to see what it is. Actually, is row size going to be 1? Well, I'll print it out and I'll see. So I need to define the no clear right there. Let's see, 161. So you mean this row -1, right? Or is it different? It might be different in here. Parameterize, stringify? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Temporarily I just made a global variable, but I am going to use it as a parameter. Yeah, because we'll have different buffers and different modes, so it won't be global anyway. But yeah, that was just temporarily. Let's see, where's the function even at? Oh yeah, stringify mode. Yeah. Why is that a vulnerability though? Yeah. I don't know. Like, I don't know why that is. Yes, I'm gonna do that. Did I define the node clear? Yeah, I did. Okay, so run this. And then I want to do that and delete. Did not print it. Oh, I did. 0. Okay. So it's 0. So -1 is way too low. Why is it 0? We need to do that before though. Anyway. That's already an issue. Before we shift the rows, we want to do that. And we don't have to do -1. So it becomes 0. Alright. I did not realize it was 0. I think that was what the issue was. There we go. Then we actually move back. It doesn't clear it though, so it's going to look more natural if I finally clear again. Delete it, and it does that. But if I insert multiple lines, then delete it, and it stays on the same line. Okay, so that works how I want it. I don't know why I did that though. That was not right. Because now, that was weird. This is something to do with this. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. Why did that happen? Parameterizing it mitigates string formatting specifiers like %s. In this certain case, it might be fine though. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. Okay, where am I at? Okay. So you mean doing that? Is that what you mean by parameterize? Or is it something else? Yep. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought you meant passing the mode as a parameter. But yeah, okay, I can do that. Oh, that's not a big deal. I could probably even return the length and then print it out with the length. What is that then? So they're all the same size. And even if I had a visual node, that is still the same size, right? But I can only print out 6 characters, and then that way it won't overflow as well. You know what I'm saying? So like I can do like that. Just to ensure as well that it only, well, I guess that still could cause an issue. But, no, whatever. Yeah. Okay. Command is 7. That's true. I don't know if I'll do that though. For now, I'll leave it like this because I'm not sure what other modes I'm going to have. I'm going to see sort of where it goes. Super text hooked. I may have time for that. I'll probably let's see. So I just got the delete line, so that's good. I can commit that. Add D to delete an entire line in that. It seems to work. So I'll push that. I also did the string specifier thing, but that doesn't really matter. If you can. Yeah, I'm gonna write the readme and then see if I have time. Okay, so basically I just want some basic docs. Yeah, test the prediction. Probably just like one round though. So let me see. So you see. Okay, so basically here, well, maybe I'll do 3 lines. So currently, I'll just write out what we have basically. Copy it. Can't play. I'm gonna make an icon. Very cool. Very cool. Icon. Alright, what's the best way to sort of show this in Markdown? Let me look. I'm not sure how to search for it exactly, but like, is there a way to format it in a way where it will look good? Whoops. Now I messed something up. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly, but I'll just do something like this for now, and I can change it later. So I'll have a submode, normal mode. Maybe I'll also type it out. It is a modal. How do you spell that? Is it modal? Is it modal? Modal. Modal editor. Is that right? Model? No. Modal. Yeah. Like that. Okay. Modal. There we go. So modal based. I forgot how that one was spelled. Editor. Modal based editor. Similar to something like. Okay. Well, maybe I'll put based heavily on it. Is that really good? Heavily on Vim. Okay. Let's see. So I don't really know what to write for the goals, so I won't do that yet. Now I'll do the keyword because I really just wanted to add that. And maybe if there's something else I could describe for it. If you have anyone watching has more things that you think I should put here, then I will put that. I'm not sure exactly though. I'll need to think about it. But yeah, so I is maybe I'll put that last. That is in the enter insert mode. You do visual mode. No, I do not have a visual mode at the moment. There's just normal mode and insert mode at the moment. Yeah, we'll probably add at least one more in the future. Yeah, I don't know about visual mode specifically. I got to think more about how it's going to be used. So H, yeah, I'll just add H, J, K, L, movement. Yeah, I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Okay, we have movement, X, delete, character. Keep it simple, just 3 modes. Yeah, I'm not sure. I want to try something out. Make sure these go on a new line as well. D, delete entire line. So I feel like that should go after the X, and these should go first. Alright, and that's pretty much it right now. Oh, we also have Control S. So, hey, normal mode. So I'll put that here. We Control S, and then Control Q is like a global. So we have Control plus Q, exit, global keyboard. It's global as in it's in all modes. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. And then we have Control plus S, save. That's only in that mode. Keychords has been bread and butter. Are you intending on implementing it? What does keychords mean exactly? Like what? This is like guitar. Press one key, then another. Yeah. Yeah, I will have something like that. Yeah. I do like that because that is one of the things I like. Like I didn't know that's what it was called. That is one of the things that I do like about Vim is the way to do that, and then also like repeating them. You know, typing the amount you want, and then the commands you want, things like that. Yeah, you have DD, delete line, stuff like that. Definitely do want something like that. Did not know it was called that though, so thank you for the knowledge. Alright, then we have save and exit. And there's no save and not exit at the moment. Then we'll have insert mode. Okay, so in insert mode, I guess there's not really keybinds for this. It's more just type. And it sort of works how you would expect. Escape, exit. So insert mode, turn to normal mode. Yeah, and then we just have just, it should be esc. The rest of it works like a regular Your editor as you would expect, basically. Yeah, because we have escape and all that, or we have backspace, I mean, and enter. Yeah, so that's pretty much how you would expect it to work. So I don't need to put much there. But the control Q, regardless of, then we have menu. Should I put it like that? I'm not sure. I think that's probably fine. So keybinds, we have control Q, then we have the movement, delete character, delete entire line. So that's all we have for now. And then I'll try to keep it updated as I add more. Control S, I feel like it should probably go last. Escape, and the rest of it looks like that. Okay, I think that's good. So we can do some super text card now then. So, yeah. Faded. Yeah, so I think, let me make sure it looks all good. Yeah, I probably will change that, because I don't like how it looks. I want it to be sort of in a block like this. I'm not very good with Markdown, so I will look into that probably on stream, because it doesn't matter too much, but it will make it look a lot better, I think. Yeah, so I think that is pretty good description of how it works right now. Okay. Yes. Insert mode. Oh, shoot. I messed up that, actually. This needs to be 3. Read me again. It's just a really small change, but very important because of that. Okay. That's better. Alright, yeah, so now we can play some super text card for a little bit. Probably just like 1 round. So I will change stuff. So yeah, I should be able to stream tomorrow and do some more of that. Do some more stuff, because that was pretty fun. Got a good amount of stuff done today, so I'll make a plan for tomorrow and then implement it all. Okay, super text card. Yeah. So thank you everyone. Watch that part. Password. Session not valid. Okay, I need to remember what my password is, so I'll move it over here. Okay, I did actually get it. I knew what it was. Alright. Online, so I'll just be in one of these. Find server. That Toronto one. It's the one that we usually use. Let me actually also. There we go. Now you should be able to hear the music as well. More immersive. Yeah, this one. Text card Toronto. So anyone who wants to join can join this one. Yes. Connecting. I might have to leave before it starts on its own. I mean, exit the server. Okay, I'll probably exit now. Now it froze. Okay. Is Alibi still here? Maybe not. Bad network connection. Uh oh. That's not good. Okay, maybe I'll do a solo race then. I thought Alibis was still here. Seems he had to go. Yeah, okay. Once it starts. Oh yeah, I'll do 1 race and then I'm gonna go. Just a solo race. Maybe I could join even an already populated server. Made the best icon? Alright, I will take a look at it after 1 race. That is actually me, so... Is there any populated servers? There's one here. Has not started yet. Can I join? And you use the nano one, right? Just replace the... I don't know what the nano icon even looks like, actually. They're already in, so that's not good. Yeah, maybe I won't play that. I was just gonna play because Allardyce, but... He's gone. As a base, yeah. Did you use GIMP? Alright, I will take a look at that. Did you send it in the Discord server? Oh, yes, I see. Oh, Allardyce is here. Okay, yeah. Join the Toronto one. The Tuxcart Toronto. Join in there. Alright, hang on, I gotta show this. See Ano, nice. Hang on, let me look at the nano icon. Is that just... Whoops. Is that just this? It's gonna start. Otherwise, it's here, Pod. I have a bad network connection. Getting new, right? Is that it? I like that thing. I will, let's see. Do I have permission to add that to the, here, I'll press it. Add that to the GitHub as the official icon? Oh, I think I can't vote on my own prediction. I'm just gonna put no, by the way. Do it? Alright, let's go. Oh yeah, I will do that after this, but, so I'll do one race. I'll do that, and then I will have to go. I need this one, actually. Alright, let's see. I don't remember what my keybinds are, actually. No, I can't check, I suppose. Oh shoot, I'm using the Vim keybinds. I forgot I did that. Let's see if I can remember how to play. What the heck was that? Oh shoot. I think my connection's not very good. Whoa. I don't know why I have much high ping. Whoops. Yes, this is very bad. Shoot. Yeah, my internet does not like this. It was not nearly as bad before, but this is not good. Quit the race, you don't have any controls. Oh, okay. My ping is just complete garbage. I don't know why. Alright, while you are setting it up, I will actually probably download that icon. And I don't know how to set it. I'm just gonna put it in the repo and like add it to the README for now, but let me save this. I might want to actually take it and resize it to make it like an actual icon, but for now I'll just take it as it is. Okay, now. Yeah, so I will put that into the project. Could have used W yet, or whatever. Alright. Alright, there we go. So we have it in there. I don't know how to add it to the room. So let me look at that. Image. How do I put it? I'm just gonna put it like at the top, basically. Made keybinds at table. Very nice. Alright, I will take a look at that. And let me... I'll just put it in here. If you're starting your repository, alright, I can do it. Slash... Let me go to that. Relative links. Actually, I probably want to use that. Let's see. How do those work? Alright, I will look at that pull request in a second. Let's see. Made the prediction. Okay, auto generated. How do you... No, I want the just a link to it, okay? Relative links, docs / contribute. So right now it's just in the file. Can I just do vote now? Okay, I cannot vote. Let's see. So I want. Can I just put kano.img? Okay. I don't know if that'll work, but I will. I'm gonna make this kano icon. I guess I should have looked at that pull request first, but okay. Let me try to close this. Let me see if it works. Didn't actually work. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I'll probably take it and make it like the right icon size in a square and stuff, and move the background. But that is good. Very much. Thank you for that, Texan. So yeah, the pull request. Wait, are you ready, Alamaz? Dan, you ready for the race? Because I can do that first before I look at this. This is in the readme. Made a table. Okay. Yeah. I should probably add like also add the credit. Yes, you are ready. Okay, I will do that before I. Okay. Yeah. So I'll look at this after the race. So give me an. Yeah, there we go. So I have that now. I'll minimize that. Alright, so just on the same Toronto one. Wait, what was the result of the prediction? Just use local thing. Alright, I will take. Wait, I could link to your GitHub as well. Okay, someone else has that. Okay. Okay. Well, you do have a GitHub, right? I think you start this. Are you in a different one, Alamaz? Yeah, that. So I'll link to that as well. So I need to look at links. Okay, there we go. Ready. Yeah, so I will link to that and put it into the readme, and then I'll look at the pull request, and then yeah, after this race. Now the ping is better so far. Huh? I don't know what that does here. Like when the other player gets near me. I don't play this loop. Forgot how to move. Shouldn't have thrown this all the way. Final lap. Let's go. Oh shoot. Dang, dang, dang. Whoops, whoops. No, 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 no. No. Dang. That's $6. No. GG. 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 Okay. Yeah. So I will do that stuff. So I will update the readme, and now we'll look at the pull request. Probably gonna merge it because it's the readme thing. First I need links. Oh yes, good game though. Good game. And the prediction. I don't know how to do that. Yeah, how do I read it? I don't know how that works. Ooh, is it in here? Go into mod view first. I don't know how to do that. I think I'm just in like owner view by default. I don't know how to. I can probably open it up here. So yeah, in here I can see the prediction. I think I can show all this stuff. I don't think anything sensitive. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Win the next race. Yes, they voted no, and I was right. The mod panel and the icon with the circle. There's many icons with the circle. It's in here. Show my icons. There we go. Yeah, your thing was stupid. Yeah, I know. That is why I was confused. Manage goal. No. Choose prediction. Is it in here? There we go. Choose outcome. Wait. Do I delete it or do I? How do I end it? Let me back over here. Choose outcome. Oh, choose the actual outcome. Yeah, yeah. I'm stupid. Okay. No. Yes. No. Yes. Complete prediction. There we go. Good game. Good game. Okay. Let me make this from local texting, and then how do I? How about we do actually anything here? Link. Alright. Yeah, I think I can just do it like that. So I think I don't need this being that, but I can do something like this with the link. So put it up here. This. Alright, I think it's like that. It's ready. So that did not work. I give it the wrong way. I think I did. I think it was like that. It's linking. Getting so many links right now. I'm gonna go right to Fang, right to Google. There we go. That is better. Local text. Okay. Yeah. So that is good. Now I'll look at this. So we need a table. That is probably better. Okay. So yeah. I'll just merge this right away because it is good. Request. Is that where you put it? You put it here. Thank you. Much better. Thank you. Okay. And then yeah, that is way better. Okay. So I'll put that in. Okay. And that is how it looks. Okay. Yeah. Very much better. So quit, regardless of mode. I still want the normal mode thing. So I need to add like a sub thing in the table, but I'm not going to write that now because it's fine. That is good for now. Thank you for that. Only because you fell. Yeah. Yes, I fell and then got stuck for a second as well on the edge. But yeah, you won. It was very fair, and it was a good game. Okay, we have the license, and that's all set up. So I think we're good now. So I am probably going to be ending the stream there. Just think if there's anything else that should be good. All looks good. Okay, pretty good. Yeah, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.